Have you ever noticed that the people who do the opposite of what everyone else does are often the ones who succeed the most? They think differently, they act differently, they live differently, and that difference makes all the difference. That's the power of reverse thinking. When the world says play it safe, the reverse thinker says take the risk because comfort kills growth. When everyone chases success, the reverse thinker seeks meaning, and somehow success starts chasing them. When most people try to fit in, the reverse thinker stands out, not for attention, but because blending in feels like slowly dying inside. The world teaches us a pattern. Study hard, get a job, work for decades, be happy later. But what if that pattern is broken? Reverse thinking asks, what if the opposite is true? What if slowing down helps you move faster? What if early failure helps you win bigger? What if losing something today saves you something priceless tomorrow? Steve Jobs was fired from his own company, and that failure became his greatest gift. Elon Musk was called insane, but that insanity built rockets. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for TV, yet her voice reshaped an entire industry. They all used reverse thinking. They didn't ask, how can I be like everyone else? They asked, what is everyone missing? Reverse thinking isn't rebellion, it's a higher perspective, where fear becomes a compass, doubt becomes curiosity, and failure becomes feedback. Everything valuable in life comes from going against the grain. To love deeply in a world that tells you to protect yourself, to stay kind when others turn cold, to stay curious when others pretend to know it all. That's real strength. Most people live on autopilot. They follow the crowd, repeat the same routines, then wonder why nothing changes. Reverse thinkers break the loop. They pause. They question. They choose differently, even when it scares them. That's why their lives look different, not because of luck, but because they dare to think differently. Next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, what would most people do right now? Then imagine doing the opposite, with awareness. If most would quit, you persist. If most would complain, you learn. If most would rush, you breathe. And slowly, your results begin to change. Reverse thinking can save your career, your relationships, and even your peace of mind. Because when you start thinking differently, you stop reacting to life and start creating it. So don't be afraid to step off the path everyone else walks. Don't be afraid to ask why. And don't be afraid to walk alone for a while. The path of reverse thinkers isn't crowded, but it leads somewhere extraordinary. Remember, the opposite of ordinary isn't crazy, it's legendary. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs it today, because sometimes one small shift in thinking can change an entire life.